The event at Rowlands Castle was part of the final series of autumn workshops and continued the journey towards developing objectives for the South Downs National Park Management Plan.
Some of the stuff that came up in these technical working groups.
The communities have been fantastic, really. We've been really impressed by their level of commitment, their interest, their levels of energies, their ideas. It's been great. It's been great to work with.
We've all found as a facilitation team that it's been quite inspiring how much energy participants have brought to this process and how much commitment they've given to defining objectives.
It's hard to see how some of those objectives really help us with tranquil and unsport places. They don't support some of our special qualities.
Absolutely amazing, an eye-opener, inspirational in fact, to be honest, because this national park, South Downs, there's over 100,000 people live here, and even if we wanted as an authority to simply draw up a plan and say this is how it's going to be in the future, we would crash and burn instantly because we wouldn't have public support. So it's absolutely vital that we are talking to and involving lots of different groups of people. This national park's new. The others have been around for 50 years. If we can't show in 3 years' time that we're representing what people actually want, then we have no right to exist as a public body.
Potentially, what's coming out of this workshop today, and possibly others too, is conflicting views, competition between perfectly legitimate points of view. And I think the challenge for the future is how to reconcile those, accommodate them without it, as someone mentioned earlier, being a great grey wash of compromise.
Well, I've been to 2 of the workshops now and I think they've worked really well, and I found it remarkable how there was quite a consensus of opinions last time and we seem to be working quite closely together this time, and it's brought a lot of different people together rather than single topic interest groups.
So, what needs to happen next?
I think it's really important that the National Park Authority keeps this momentum going, keeps people who've been involved in the workshops informed of what's happening, maybe comes back to us as a sounding group later on, but they also need to look at how they're going to get many more people on board, understanding what's been happening and what's going to come out of this. Communication is going to be a big thing.
I'm optimistic about the Park Authority, and the way the consultation's going at the minute, it improves that optimism. I think it's going to be dependent on people seeing that final document in draft before they say this is it.
So we need to actually spend a bit of time now sort of crystallising, if you like, out of all these workshops and discussion, what are these big issues, these hot topics, so that by the time we get to a plan we can have not 500 objectives, but we can say here's the 10 or 12 big things that the National Park is going to try and make happen over the next 5 years.